Hey guys, welcome back. I did take a pre-trade here, so I'm just going to close it. Okay, well, let's see. Right. I don't know why this is still there. I'll just close it. Right, so let's just see if this thing actually closed correctly. Okay, it's 800 bucks. All right, don't worry about that. It was just a pre-trade. I thought we were gonna break lower aggressively there. Yeah. Okay, let me know who's in the chat, guys. Let me know. And let's see. Can you guys hear me okay? Does it sound good? All right. Just let the market do its thing. Good morning. Dropping the Discord here for you guys to see. I'll pin it there. I must say, guys, I do think if you look at the 15-minute quickly, let's take this off. I'm going to leave this on here for now. That's just the VWAP and the anchored VWAP there. Equal lows right here. I mean, these are all liquidity down here, so definitely some targets here. And equal lows. I mean, some crazy stuff last night. But these, I mean, this is where I think there's nice liquidity down here. And I mean, I'm not saying we shouldn't go higher. We could. But if we see some sort of a short here, and the other thing is on the 15-minute, we ran this high here in this fair value gap. So that tells me I want to see some sort of breakdown here. So that was done, and that came out of this fair value gap. This is just what I'm seeing, guys. This is not, I'm just saying we've run liquidity, and in my mind, we should be going short here today. As you guys can see right now, I'm just showing you guys. Don't have to trade this. That's the anchored VWAP and the normal VWAP pretty much stuck in there. So you want to, I mean, anything short, you want to bring that gray VWAP below the blue one and trending down. Then you know your that weighted price is lower. So right, so there's some equal highs up here as well. So maybe we see a nice push up and then come down, but let's keep an eye on this. Bit of a mess here. All right, let me just take this off so we don't get confused. And I mean, this is also pretty consolidation here. So we'll just have to wait. I mean, if we really want to go higher, I don't have much to tell you because we are pretty much there. So if you want to go higher, then we just go and draw any target you want. Okay, so let's see. This is consolidation, padding through this level. Yeah, I agree. Okay, but let's see. Let us see. That's why I think this fair value gap is going to be key. We ran liquidity here, breakdown, consolidate. So we could see this as some sort of a manipulation. I mean, these two lows here, even this one here, this is all liquidity right here. So I won't be surprised to see price go into this area. I'm just going to mark this out, that area there. And this is liquidity just below this fair value gap. So let's see. Just want to see something else here. Okay, so this, the top of that, and this one, yeah. So 50% is right at the top of that fair value gap. So if we really want to fill this opening gap, guys, I mean that fair value gap or that gap is pretty solid, or should be. Okay, let's see if we can take this thing down to 2 minutes. Just want to see. Okay, so this is a 2 minute fair value gap. 2 minute fair value gap. Let's go back to the 1 minute here. All right, so there's liquidity lined up with this fair value gap, and it's within the. I mean, it shouldn't be a problem to fill that gap. And here's your OTE. I think. Let's see. 50%. There's a little gap down here. You would think we go in there to go to that. I know it's tiny, guys, but sometimes you have to mark these things out like it is. All right. I'm just doing a little bit of a scalp here. See if we can get that one over the line. I do think we'll go to at least the 50% of this fair value gap. But not greedy, I'm happy to take it there. All right, so 2 trades, we're in it. This could bounce from here and then go up again. And I'll show you guys why I took this trade. We had this push up here, closing above all these highs. So that's a break in structure. Then we get a pull back down, and then this candle here spike down to run that liquidity on that black candle and then close above that. That's a very solid manipulation expansion. Then you expect it to go into liquidity. Like I said, 50% is definitely on the cards. And if you miss that, you can always wait for price to come back to the sandwiched black candle. That should bounce from there if you haven't hit your target yet. There was a time that I only traded this. I didn't trade anything else. Okay, so we're at the 50% now. This is the top of this fair value gap, is where we fill the 50% of that opening gap. Okay, bear in mind now we've got all this liquidity down there. Why is this all gone now? Let's mark it out. That's these are pretty, very close to equal. It's not. It doesn't have to be 100%, but that's equal lows there. These are equal lows here. They're not far apart. They're very close. That and that. So those are targets if we see a turnaround here. So this liquidity has now been taken. Now we want to see what price. Are we going to go above this high that already taken liquidity, or are we going to reject here and give us a nice entry to take a short? Also keep in mind the 15-minute is looking bullish right now. But then looking at all of this, guys, there's these equal lows. This is liquidity with that. That's liquidity. That's liquidity. So there's a lot of sell side here where we've already taken that high out, We've taken that high out. Now we need to fail this high here and sell off. But this big candle here is currently showing anybody who's trading the first 15-minute opening range, very, pretty bullish reaction here. So maybe this will just trap people to go long and then it comes down. So let's see. Gotta wait for some solid setups today. Maybe it's just bullish. So this is the swing point here. There's a swing point there. There's no swing points here. So maybe we see something like this. Boom, and then right after this candle, this is your opening range. First 15 minutes. Let's see where that 50% is right here. Now, keep in mind this is the bottom of the opening of the first 15 minutes. That's a good target. That low is in line with those equal lows. So, and see. I just want to say there's a very good chance that you'll see maybe a push down. See, now we're testing that little order block again. See, there's no swing point here. Well, let's keep an eye on it. It's amazing how price is moving nowhere, and then out of the blue you get these little, I mean, we even saw it yesterday. Okay, so that's a test on that. Ran that low, that swing point there. I mean, if we close up here, we might push higher. Which is hard to trade at this point because you don't know where the end of that line is. I mean, if we close above that, that's a break in structure, and let's see. But this push here could also be, hey guys, pin pushing up, we're going long, and then break all the way down and close down here, trap everybody long, and then start selling off. So let's see. But it needs to be an aggressive move to get out of that spot as quickly as possible. Okay, 50% is down there, so we're not even close. Let's see. This low here and that high. Perfect. Pull back into that. Again, the one thing to keep in mind here, I want to show you guys, if this happens and the market starts running away, there's no need to panic. Remember, we've got some liquidity here as well, and that looks like equal highs that we're in there right now. But anyways, that just gives you a reason to be excited because, yep, that's equal highs right there. Because if the market turns, that's where you're gonna capitalize and make good money. So we just ran that equal highs there. Let's see how we react from here. I mean, if we aggressively close above there, we could go higher, but this could also be a turning point to go lower. But momentum's still obviously bullish. So there's no point just taking a short here because it could come down. Let's mark out this would be your... The reason I wouldn't take this, so this is a fair value gap within a fair value gap. So we could test here in that fair value gap. It lines up nicely and then go higher. I wouldn't take it because it's like, you know, at equal highs in a bigger fair value gap in a smaller. I don't know how this is going to block price or accelerate price or what it's going to do with price. So I'll rather wait for price to break down, close here, give me an opportunity here to sell. And there we go. We see some aggressive move down. So this could set up a nice short for us. All we got to do is be patient here. A little bit of a bounce there. So maybe we see another one accelerating. Right, so what we've done now, remember this high here is the high of the opening or the ARP opening first 15 minutes. So that's a nice inducement to go long. This could be a setup for a retest to go higher, or this could just pull it, reel people back into the range, to trap longs there. So let's see which one is it. All right, so back to levels we spoke about last night or yesterday afternoon. These up candles here, you need to see price close below it. So I want to show you, you want to see, not doom, sorry. See how bodies are holding that level. It pins through it, but then it closes above it. Those white candles, this white candle as well. Let's see if we can get a candle that closes below it. So if we can close below it, then we could start looking for, pressure to go send price lower. Okay, let's see what this candle gonna do. Is it gonna close below that for us, or is it gonna hold that level? Okay, still not. See this candle. So let's see if we can take a push lower here. Try for small base hits here today. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. All right. If this candle was going to close back above that, I would have just closed it. But because this level that I've marked here was violated with that, I mean, you could quite easily mark out a 221 here or 2R, and I'll show you. If you entered like that, put your stop there, and look for 2R is about there. Let's see if it would have gone there. And you close below this structure here now. So price could come back into this little fair value gap up there. Let's just see what this looks like. Okay, so very close to your stop loss there. But remember, you are stuck now because there's no aggression yet. So still not. Okay. Alrighty. Just going for base hits here, guys. This is where it's now 50% of the 50-minute range. So it can either bounce here to go higher, or it can drop from here. All right, so we almost got a 2R there. So I'm just going to mark that out. Take this off. I'll leave that for now. I mean, this is more than a base hit. But I do think if we start selling now, we could get down to that level. We closed through this low here and that already. So, I mean, we could see price come back up to there, but that's a bit high. So maybe in this fair value gap here. All right, so if we go through there, we could probably see price go even lower. I'm just going to manage it here. Well, let's do this. Let's take that off. We say we buy 5. Gosh. We buy 5 here. Why is this thing not? All right. We buy 5 here. And put my stop there. So what I want to do is that. What's going on? Five, yeah. Sorry, I'm just working out my how I'm gonna. What's that? So that can't be it. It's gotta be like 3. Okay. And then I'll take 1 here. Right, that's a pretty nice plan if it all plays out. So let's hope we don't get stopped out for nothing here. Now we wait. Okay, so that's right. See some equal highs again. Yeah. Problem is this could go from this high to slow, maybe into that fair value gap there. Just gonna make this a round number, or let's just put it above that white candle just in case we need to. Right, okay, so we're ready. Let's see if we can get this down and dirty. Guys, if it stops me out, then we'll just wait for another entry. So I mean, you would have think if we go down here, we want to get through it. But the problem is when we start failing, then we start consolidating. I mean, I don't see any liquidity up here, so I don't see why we want to go all the way up there. But maybe this is the key, this little fair value gap. So if we start breaking down here, then obviously I'll be at break even. So I'm at full risk right now. But that's fine. Had some winning trades earlier, so I'm happy to risk that. Right, let's drink some water. Wait, let's see. Yep. All right. Come, baby. Let us see you melt. Not up, down. So the all blows down here. I really wanted to sell lower, not higher. Let's see, are we going to do it? Come on, give us a nice black candle here. Right, so let's start marking out these things again, these hidden levels. We need to close below that. Not a pin like this, we need to close below it. That's more like it, but let's close like that or keep dropping. Right, so we close below it, so I think we would be good there. So let's see. I'm actually gonna just do this 300. Let's $300. Let's leave it there. Only reason I do this because if we go up now, I'd rather cut at 300, not 500, because it then might go higher to this level up here. But let's see what this thing says. Okay, so that looks like. Right, close below that. It will help. So obviously we don't want this close above here. We want to close down here. You can spike through it, but don't want it to close there. Okay, next candle, see if we can get this down. Oh, pretty stuck at it mid-range again. This this black candle here. So let's see. Might just go sideways here. Leave my stop there. If it wants to stop me out there, then it's okay. I'm not going to move it out. I mean, that's probably going to stop me out there because we closed above that level. Unless we aggressively rejects now and close lower. But this could potentially be trend line one higher, and then come down later. And this black block here could bounce higher, but then we've got this block here that was support, now it's resistance. Yep, that's more like it. Now we want to see it close below there. Then you must be careful because now it's a fair value gap with equal highs in. So that could bounce here and go up there and then drop from there. So just be careful. Or it could now just bounce here and go back up, blah, 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 all of that. See, we still haven't closed down here. Let's see if we can do it now. All right, so $50, perfect. Great work. I mean, I'm not going to say, you know, great work. Profit is a profit. I'm not going to say you got to target more or less. Guys, if you got your system, as long as you're sticking to it. And at the end of the day, profit's a profit. Whether it's 5 points, 10 points, 100 points, really doesn't matter. As long as you can consistently pull that out of the market, you'll be golden. Still rejecting that level there. Also, guys, the main thing for me is I'm not interested to see how much money any trader makes. It means absolutely nothing for me. What means everything to me is whether it's 1 micro or 1 mini or 100 minis, how consistently can you take that and make money? Because if your process is refined like that, so you can go any day, sit down, look for something, take your 5 points, 10 points, 100 points, and walk away, then, then that's golden. But coming to me and say, I made $100,000 yesterday, I mean, that means squat to me. See how this level's holding price? All we need is a nice close below it. That's all. So let's see. Let's see if this is going to work. And the other thing is, guys, we all know this, but we don't want it. The market don't drop in or don't move in one straight line. So it doesn't mean so that's better. If you enter here, we should go straight to targets. I mean, the market will do what it needs to do. And we've seen it. It will consolidate for 2 days and eventually get to your target. And remember, the market don't have stamina or anything like that because it's machine driven. But we do. We've got a well-being, and you just can't compete with that. So that's why you need to make some informed decisions to say, this is my limits, this is where I get off, and I'll go rest and I'll come back tomorrow and I'll take it on again. And some days it's just not going to work, and that's also part of trading. As much as we all don't like losing days, as long as you learn something from that losing day and you make a note to not do it again, or to look out for it, or to improve on that, I mean, then that's more valuable than the profit you're going to take. Because if you can refine all of those obstacles, the profit will show up. Because if you do it all right, then your money will grow. It's as simple as that. See how we do this, guys? We made a low, a higher low, a higher low, a higher low. And this most probably will drop, but it's accumulating for something. Or it's, I don't know what it's doing. Maybe you want to run those equal highs now. Yes, journal. I do journal my trades. What I normally do is I take screenshots with comments that I use. I send it to myself. I save it. Always go back to those things. And part of this whole journey for me for YouTube was to have a live journal for myself. So I'll make notes and sometimes go back and see why did my trades didn't work out. Is there something I missed? And start testing. And if I've figured something out, I'll go back to those videos and watch it because it's live to go through it. But yes, I do take screenshots before and after and try to mark it out. But I do clear it every day. That works for me. So I don't do journals. I don't know how to explain it. The journals, some people, do journals in a different way. I'm trying to write down what I see. Why did I do that? And then afterwards, I always look back and see what I've done, even if it worked. What did I not see? And because I would go on the internet and some people will be long, I'll be short. And I'm trying to go see why did they think it was long. And that's also part of my learnings. But I can tell you guys some of these things that I'm trading here. I've been at it for a very long time. And and I think the best thing about, everything really changed when you start journal these things. And why that's so important is you find something that you trade, you journal it so you see it all the time, so you make the notes, you're actually sticking to a process or you're working on a process. At some point, you trust that process because it happens every day. You know how it ticks, how it flows, and you trust it. So for you then to take a trade and put your stop at a certain place where other people might look at it and say, geez, I think that's a bit tight. Okay, but you've seen it a million times, so you're pretty comfortable to put it there. If it stops you out, then you also know you're wrong and price might go higher. And that's why I would never push my stop. I know I did it today, but there was a reason. But I won't push it up here. The process is everything. And now we just stuck in this sideways move here. And so we make higher lows and we make lower highs. So what does that mean? So we go sideways, we could spike up to manipulate and then drop, or we can just drop. Obviously I prefer just drop so I don't get stopped out here. Okay, so this was the back row, just push down. So we might see another push. Let's see. Oh, and then the other thing is I've got a Discord, so I try to post some of the screenshots there as well. And maybe what we should do, or maybe I should do, I should start a little in the Discord, I don't know what to call it, a little channel or something that's journaling. So every day when we trade, we'll do a before and after, and then at least you guys can go back and look at that, and then I'll leave the drawings on there, what was important, and see. All right. Okay, at what point do I move my stop to break even? All right, I'm going to start up here. if I've taken a trade, say up here, we break structure there, that's a protected high for me because we close below the swing point that initiate the push down to close to the nearest swing point. That's over here. So my stop goes from there to there. Then if we had formed a new swing point here and we broke structure here, I put my stop above that. Now we've broken all the structure down here except this one, which is fine. So there's all this liquidity here. So that's why I'm moving my stop here. If I've taken obviously an entry up here, I would have been break even. If we now close below here, I would move my stop to break even. But I always keep in mind there's liquidity right here. So I'm actually putting my stop right where liquidity is. But if we want to run that liquidity now, I'd rather get out at break even and find a new entry. Maybe it pushes higher and give me a nice entry up here and then take it from there. So I'm trying to get stopped out with the least risk and not my full risk. Because if I get out, if I take 10 trades and 9 times out of 10 I get stopped out at break even, that's fine, because the one trade that's going to work is going to give me the profit. So yeah, I think I mean it's so the simplest way is I look for a swing point that initiate a break of structure the way I interpret it, and that's where I put my stop. If my entry was at that swing point, then I'm at break even. If we form a new swing point that was obviously in in this particular example, if you take it from there, you'll see it's at 50%, so it makes sense for me to put a stop there. Same here, if we go up here and form a swing point here and drop, that's where I would move my stop if I was from here to there and this. This is a risky $300 here because we could easily just punch up in there. The other way is as well as you enter here, you leave a full stop and you take partials. But I'm happy to take partials and reduce my risk. And then the other thing is, as price move down, I keep moving my stop. So I go from break even to $100, $500, $1,000, till I've got a target. If I think we're going to get here, I don't know if we are going to get there. That's why I'm trading my stop. Because if we bounce from here, it's fine. I'll take a small profit. So we're forming like a triangle here. If you guys can see it, forming something like this. See if we can turn down here. Yeah, I think if you follow me, you will, but don't go and trade some weird stuff. If you follow me, I'm trying to be as disciplined as I can to make money. I reduce my risk where I can, and if you're new to trading, you just have to commit to a process. You got to find a process and work, and stick around for 12 months. Join when I do live sessions. Sit with when we traded, have a demo account, trade with it, but don't just trade because you want to trade. Actually, I mean, in the comments, ask questions and follow the process, and then write it down. I'll make a video of the step by step on all of these elements, but I'm a firm believer, if you follow me, I mean, you don't have to follow me for 12 months, but I mean, if you're new and you follow a process for 3 months, you can bet it all down and be profitable. What is your... So the premium on my Discord is obviously not fully developed yet, but you know, like one-on-ones and stuff like that. But I'm busy, you know, obviously structuring that so I can actually offer that to you guys. But for now, I mean, there's nothing you're getting here that no one else get. The only thing that could be at a premium level now is if you require a one-on-one session with me. I'm not advertising it, so I'm just saying. Right, so market's pretty flat here. We did run those equal highs, which is nice that we only pinned through it like in that fair value gap. Hopefully we can get some acceleration down now. So the right place, if you wanted to place a stop here, would have been above that white candle there. Because price could just well bounce into that white candle and test that and then sell off. But this so far isn't the worst picture, because those equal highs just got run. Hopefully we can continue now pushing lower, and this body is key for us to close under. So guys, just also, everything on my Discord or this channel is free right now, so I'm not charging for anything. I obviously trade for myself, and as you guys can see, I mean, you can see if you sit through my live streams if I can trade or not. So, and obviously if I can't, then you can obviously look otherwise, but I can trade. I'll show you guys. I'm showing you guys right now. I will also get a prop account, and then we'll have strict rules, prop rules, and we'll trade it. And yeah, so there's nothing extra right now. So yeah. See price struggling to push down, yeah. Yep, might get stopped on this one. Let's see. I don't know what causes it in TradingView that it miss entries like this. I mean, it's so close. I mean, if we close like this, I'll definitely get stopped on the next candle because we close above those black candles, so we want to go higher. I mean, I'll be surprised if we go down. I know this is all liquidity. And that's the thing here, guys. I mean, we've got all the sell side lining up, and we've got this trend line right here. Okay, so I'm out of that trade. I need to close all this stuff. Just making sure. Right, so this could be manipulation. Or not. I don't know. We'll see. Or it's consolidation. Just, I mean, we're pretty stuck in that first 15 minute again. If we want to look for shorts now, I want to see a nice aggressive push, close below here and close down. If we don't, then we don't get involved. All right, so I'm not, for you that's new, I'm not breaking my head over that loss. I have made money earlier. I think I made like $1,300 or something. So that 300 still leaves me up. So, but I'm not just recklessly gonna try short, and just keep losing money. Market's pretty flat here. Let's see what that VWAPs. See, this is the anchored VWAP, which is from 9 a.m. and then you got the normal VWAP. So it's not, I mean, this was bullish here, but we had, and that's why I'm taking this off, because some people will see this and say we need to buy, and then you get stopped out and don't know what's going on. So this is just to show you guys we've got a VWAP here and it's pretty flat. It's moving sideways. So if you want to sell this thing, you want to see this gray line come below this blue line and then start trending down. And then, I mean, you can break down, test it, and then take a short, but not just blatantly like that. This is just a guide to show you where price is. And, well, that's how I use it. And then all you got to do now is wait for price to do something. Maybe price continue higher, yeah, and then it's one of those things again. Guys, you're also welcome on the Discord to drop any ideas that you guys want. Whatever value you want. And yeah, so if it makes sense, I'll engage with you there. You can even drop me a private message if you've got some suggestions. I will respond to you, and yeah, because I want to build a community that actually learns the discipline, learns the system, and make money. Not just, hey guys, here's a course, pay some money for it, and off you go and hope you make money. I want to take you guys through a journey. I've been through the journey, and it meant a lot to me, and I'm sure it will mean a lot to anybody else to obviously learn something similar. All right, let's see. Price might we go for that liquidity at 27,102. 27,102, this high. Look, so I would not, I mean, every swing high and swing low is obviously liquidity. That could be it. So it did ran equal highs here. We've got these two swing points here as liquidity that sits above that. So it could go to this 27,112. And I don't know, let's see what's up here. I mean, there's little equal highs there, but I will take these as equal highs. So I would really 113 if we obviously decide to go higher. Yeah. But for now, I'm looking at swing points that's been broken here. And you can take it from here. Deep premium right now, so but we also saw how flat price is, so let's just leave it for now. Well, I'm going to leave it for now. And then again, guys, this channel is obviously, just to make it clear, it's all education. It's not financial advice. I'm not telling you to take trades. So yeah, just be clear on that. All right, for me to get price to that high there, you gotta get through this level. So there's a lot of levels. There's a order block here. So, and we're pinning right here. So let's see. Let us see. I mean, maybe we go up there. I'm not saying it won't. I mean, I've seen price go through levels like this pretty easily. It's just a pity that we didn't get that sell down. Would have been nice. Down, up. Okay, let's start marking out these things again. Right, let's see what price does. Are we going higher or are we wanting to close lower? So this is obviously IFG. And this is supposed to be orange. Right, so let's see. Okay, good. You'll catch your break. Remember what we said, price can go higher and give us a nice entry. Like here. Okay. Yeah, impulse moves, you got to stay away from that. Let's see if, okay, so obviously we're closing down there. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a pull in there. So I was going to put my stop above here if we get some sort of a pullback, but it's going to create a nice fair value gap here. I'm going to take this away to show you guys. So obviously we closed down there. So this. Break of structure. Now I'm going to give it to you guys step by step. This is liquidity. So we broke out nice white candles up, telling people we go up, and then we shift away, break structure in that shift. I'm just going to take a sell there for now. And I'll take a stop above there. That's fine. Let's see. All right, so that's a 3-hour trade. Okay, so now you got your fair value gap here. And you mark out the top to the bottom. So that should be a sell of 5. Let's put it to 5. That's an order right there. Right, that little down candle there, 50% lines up. And if we get it, we get it. If we don't, that's fine. But that's where you would enter, you put your stop there, and now you've got a swing point forming. If we then, we need another candle to validate that swing point. If we then close below here, my stop would go to that entry straight away and I would target lower prices. Okay, so remember guys, we've got all this liquidity sitting here, and it's liquidity because it's higher lows, higher lows. So no low has taken out the previous low. And then we've got equal lows, equal lows. Got this funny feeling that this is going to be like an aggressive move or something. Guys, I'm not saying we're going to go down there. I always put my take profit long away because, okay, so that now is a break of structure. My only problem now is this swing point has not reached this 50% level. So I could put my stop above here and see this drop here. And the only reason I'm saying this is because we've been stuck here. And now we could see price really go for it. Leave that sell there just in case it wants to pop up here. But this is a valid break of structure. Down. Right, so let's see. Guys, we're going to read price candle by candle now. All right, so we got a new fair value gap. That was a fair value gap right there. All right, so I'm actually gonna before I do it, let's try this. Gives me about $200. If we get this nice big white candle up to here, people will get nervous. And that would be normal because there's a high there below the 50%, so it could run up there to liquidate and then sell off. And if I'm wrong here, then I'll be stopped out. So okay, so we're at that 50% now. Want to see pin here not close above that wick or close outside. So we want to see a pin here and want to see price move lower and not that what it's doing right now. All right, that obviously didn't work. Well, that's fine. Liquidate, shift, break structure, pull back. We've had it all. Obviously, the market's got something else in hand. Yeah, so just gotta be one of those things, right? Okay. Yeah, so this is a pretty deep pullback now, and this could be the maybe change. I don't know. Maybe we're just getting stuck here. We're still stuck between that point and that point, pretty much. There's also now IFEG. Let's see what's happening here. So if we go to the 15-minute here, just so you guys can see, price is obviously just going from high to low. We haven't touched any of this lows, and that's why I'm thinking that's the most sensible place to go to, is down there. And price is holding this level here. Great, so I'm taking off this again just to remove. Okay, so we close to the macro now. I only trade till 11, so I don't go beyond that. So if I obviously not getting any luck, then I'll come back for PM and see. And like we see all these other times, stop the stream and then we run all the liquidity. Okay, there's one of those drop down candles for 10-pointer going up. Let's see. I'm just going to mark it out. I'm not going to take it. But you would just stop there and you mark out 221. So up there. So let's see. Lot in the way, so not necessarily the A plus setup that you want. Okay, see there's a lot. There's a IFEG, fair value gaps, might bounce between the two. The best thing is, as a trader, I said it yesterday, but to limit yourself to a daily risk. So maybe that's 2 trades a day or session. But then tell yourself, if you only want to risk 0.5%, that's it. If you're done with those 2 trades, then it's fine. Then you just paper trade. But you have to put those things in place. Otherwise, you're just gonna see the next trade is gonna be better. You're gonna start chasing without knowing it, and then before you know it, you're down 2, 3, 4%. Okay, so all right, so we need to close above this black candle's body there for us to see price go higher. Yeah. See, here we closed down, we came back and we closed above it. That sent price up. We're consolidating now. So if we see price close above here, we should see price go higher. Or even those two there. Okay. And this is how you can scalp your 10 points and stuff like that. Punch up there. Interesting. Let's see where this candle closes. So I think we'll go push a little bit higher. Okay, so there it is. I just want to mark out this to show you if you've taken this, where's 10 points? And that's 10 points on its own. If you had a 10-point stop, you would have gotten it just following this process. And guys, that 10 points is it's all that you need. Got to take 10. If you take 10 points a day, then it's fine. But not any 10 points. Find something that works for 10 points. Okay, let's see where this thing wants to go. So we are on the top of the first 15-minute range again. So I don't know if that liquidity up here still where we want to go. Let's see, where did I say? Yeah. Little fair value gap here. That could be like a test to, let's see what it does. Are we going to close like this as a black candle? Then we can use that candle to see if we close above it for 10 points again. Okay, where is the what order block? Yeah, it could come down here, but I think this is, you know, obviously the area where it's find support is in those fair value gaps. I mean, order block. I mean, we're breaking through this order block now, so I mean, there's no point just jumping into trades here. Gotta wait for black candles to form. There's your swing. Black candles here, and then if we close above it, then you can expect some expansion again. But then again, guys, everything that goes up must come down. Everything that goes down comes up. All right, I'm going to be with you guys for another couple of minutes. Then I'm going to jump off, and then if you guys care to join the PM session, 2 o'clock, I'll be back on again for a little while. Yeah, liquidity is key. If you can find good liquidity and trade between them from liquidity to liquidity, the problem is you get your days where there's high resistant liquidity, like there's liquidity, but price just don't want to get there, or it's really struggling to get there. So you just need to be careful, or know when it's high resistant or when it's just slicing down. Mhm. Right, so let's see if we're going to go for this, or we're going to stop here and then go back, because we're right on top of the top end of the consolidation, and this consolidation here haven't come down to the bottom yet. We get a nice setup here, it's most probably gonna, maybe we only get it at PM or between PM and now, but either way we'll see. I mean, this like here, oh gosh, this like here to that. This fair value gap is the obvious place to take a buy if you think that's where we want to go higher from. Okay, let's see if we can get to that fair value gap and bounce there. So we are through all these gaps here, so it looks like a good place to bounce from. So I'm not going to take any trades. I'm going to keep that remaining profits for later. Hopefully we get a nice trade in the PM session. So if we close above there now, then we should see price go higher. The only problem is how much higher can it go. Maybe it pins there and respect that level, but let's see. And now, even if it closed above there and we ran that, I'll be very hesitant to take any longs here, because where do we go to? Because this is liquidity, and now what? See, we close below that. Well, let's see. All right, so there we go. Let's see if that can give us a 10-point move. 10 points only there. Gosh. But we're already at the extreme point, so we might just shift down, break the structure, and maybe give us a short here. Okay, let's see. Okay, got it. Previous. Right, so that didn't play out there, but we didn't risk anything, so it's fine. All right, so I think that's going to be it for me for this AM session, guys. It was great. Thanks for everybody that joined. For joining. It was good hanging with you all. Yeah, so let's jump back on at the PM session and see what's cooking then. I mean, we're at all-time highs again, and just be careful because we've got all the sell sides here. We could see aggressive push down. Anything's possible, but I will be back, and then let's see if what unfolds then. Maybe we just continue higher. I don't know. But anyways, thanks a lot, and I'll chat to you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.